YouTube channel. So today I'm making another reading vlog. So it's really late in the night, so I'm trying to speak as quietly as possible, but I hope you guys can hear me. So as you guys all know, I finished reading Days of Abandonment by Lina Fronte, and I was thinking that after finishing that book I'm gonna pick up this one, My Year of Rest and Relaxation. But after finishing such a heavy book, but such a wonderful book, I was not able to convince myself to pick up another heavy book. So I was thinking, let's pick something really easy and smooth going. So I picked up this Kamogawa Folk Detectives. But in between what I finished reading and what I'm currently reading, I finished reading another book, which is this one, The Boyfriend. And I haven't made a reading vlog of this book because I started it in the very night, and in the previous day I finished it, so I didn't even got the time to record the reading vlog of this book. But obviously the review is there in my YouTube channel, also in my Instagram also, so you can check it out from there. I'm not going to say anything about this book in this video. So basically this book is really amazing. I'm honestly saying, because I haven't read something like this in my whole life. I have read there are detectives for solving cases and murders, but I've never seen detectives of food. So basically the stories in this book is divided in 6 chapters. The chapters are not divided like it's a long story broken in different fragments. No, each chapter is named after each recipe that they cracked in the book. So basically I finished reading Nabeaki Udon, the first chapter of the book, and it was amazing. I have to say, it was amazing. As a food lover, I'm really enjoying this book. So talking about the story of the first chapter, so there is a person and his daughter. Both of them together run a restaurant in between a Japanese town named as Kyoto, and his wife died many years back, so only he and his daughter runs the restaurant, and they have a secret food agency, you can say also detectives, where they investigate different recipes and bring you the exact food that you are craving. And basically in Nabeaki Udon, there is one of friend of the owner comes to the restaurant, and he tells them that his wife died many years back, so he's craving Nabeaki Udon that his wife used to make, which were really amazing. And his now fiance tried to make him exact same udon that his previous wife used to make, but those are nowhere near used to taste like his previous wife. But he was craving that exact Nabeaki udon, but he was not able to get that. So means the restaurant owner and her daughter and his daughter interrogate him. Legit, they interrogate him about the recipe, where she used to buy her ingredients from, what she used to put, what was the aftertaste and everything. And the much he was able to remember, he told them about the udon, and they gave him a timeline. They said, come after 2 weeks and you will be able to taste the exact same udon. And after 2 weeks he returned back to the restaurant of the father and daughter, and he was served the exact same udon. And that was the first case they solved in this book. And I think I love this book. I haven't read something like this in my whole life. The idea is very unique, and as a foodie, as a food lover, I'm really enjoying this book. So it's not humorous, but it's very deep. Some places the book talks the individual talking in different scenes is very deep. Sometimes both of the restaurant owner and his friend lost their wives many years back, and their what you say perspective towards this thing is very different, being in the same workplace, but their perspective was far different towards their wives. And it's not humorous, but it's very deep, and I am literally smile when I'm reading this book, and I'm actually enjoying it. So let's see what happens in the next chapter. So I have to sleep now. Good night. Hi everyone. So just a few minutes ago, I finished reading the second and third chapter of the book that I'm currently reading. This one, and I have to say I'm really enjoying this book. So the second chapter was about the case of beef stew, and the third chapter was about the food named as mackerel sushi. So this in the second chapter, a woman comes into the restaurant and she asks that 55 years ago she met with someone who used to attend the same university where they used to study in Japanese literature, and he suddenly proposed her, and that is the reason. And she was craving the beef stew because when they were eating the beef stew he proposed her 55 years ago, and she went out and stormed out of the restaurant without saying anything to him, and it was like kind of an incomplete love story. So after 55 years she comes to the restaurant to ask the owners if they can prepare her that exact beef stew, and obviously they were able to prepare her that exact same beef stew. And in the third chapter it's about a man in her late or mid 50s who comes to the restaurant asking for a mackerel sushi, which used to taste like a little, what you can say, bitter and acidic, and he used to eat that from a not a restaurant but something they call in Japanese that I forgot, but yeah, from there a aunt used to feed him that sushi. And as he had a lot of backstory, like his father was not at home and he always used to stay with his mother, uh, didn't have that of a family, so that aunt always used to like give him that mackerel sushi. And obviously the restaurant owner and his daughter was able to bring him that exact yellow rice mackerel sushi. So these were the two chapters that I've read, and I can't wait to read the next chapters. This book is getting really interesting and I'm also noting this one. So yeah, let's read. Bye bye. Hi everyone. So I'm not gonna lie, this time I haven't finished the book just a few minutes ago. Actually, I finished the book Kamogawa Food Detectives 2 days ago, but I was really lazy to shoot the final review, and it's like 2 days after I actually finished the book, I'm shooting the review. So okay, I have quite a say for this book. Okay, so this the basic storyline of this book, it's like they have a food detective agency in Kyoto, and it is run by a father and daughter, and they, every customer that comes into the restaurant, they ask like, I want to eat this kind of food that my mother used to make or my father used to make, but they are not alive or not living with them anymore. So, or any kind of food that you are craving for but you cannot get that exact same taste, you can go to that restaurant, and people do go there. And the father and daughter prepares exactly the same food after 2 weeks. Okay, the 2 weeks is their actual investigation period. They investigate into the food, every single detail you give them about the food. It's exactly like detective agencies, and I love that part. And I have to say there are 6 chapters, I hope I'm right, 6 chapters, and each chapter talks about each case they solved, like not murder mystery but a mystery of food. So there was like a sushi, they solved udon, and many more cases are there. And I have to say, at the end of each case, when the customer comes after 2 weeks, they taste the food that they wanted to taste for such a long time but were not able to do so, and they get exactly the same taste but with a little twist. Like I have to say, like the whole investigation process is done, but that is investigation process is not written. Okay, so at the end, when the customer comes and tastes the dish he or she wanted, at that point of time the father actually tells them about how they found out the food that they were craving for. So yeah, that was basically the story. And I would also say that at the end of each chapter there is a little bit of twist. Okay, little bit, okay, little bit of twist is there at the end of each chapter, and that's why I loved this book so much. And if you're like searching for any book which is not too deep, like you don't have to put your mind into each page to understand the writing, okay, it's light, quite funny. It's not, obviously I have said it before, it's not humorous, it's deep, but it's quite light-hearted, and I loved it. And like, yeah, if you are like finding any book that you can read anytime, anywhere, this is the one book that you need. And talking about the final review, on Fable, while tracking this book, I gave it a full 5-star review of this book, because I'm a food lover. I love to eat every single dish that is present in the world. You give me, I will eat it. So if you're a foodie, you love food, you want to go deep into the Japanese cuisine, definitely read this book. It's really informative, it's really good, like ingredients, how the processes are like used for making that exact same dish, everything is written in this book, like not very detailed way, but quite in a detailed way, and I loved it for that reason. So if you're a foodie, or if you have like a love for food, then go for this book. And obviously if you're searching for something light-hearted, anything, you can go. So in the end, I'm gonna say it's a total 5-star for me. If you want to read it, absolutely pick this book up, and I'm gonna say it's not gonna, you know, disappoint you in any way. So yeah, that was all the review for this book. And I think, yeah, it's gonna be the end of the vlog, and surely I will be posting another vlog a few days after. So yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and also follow me on Instagram for more recent and weird updates. And that's all for today's video. Bye bye.